explain why I say what I say. Because Sub-Zero, everyone says Sub-Zero is whack. Everyone says Sub-Zero is whack in Mortal Kombat 1. That's fucking a myth, bruh.
Press the cross button.
His combo game is good. His fucking projectile game is good. His fucking invincible slide beats everything in the fucking game that's on the grounds. And let me tell you something. When he puts the ice clone is active way too soon. I've clearly been like literally jump kicking my fucking opponent, and like they ice clone at the last second, and I'll freeze and they'll get a full combo. Ice clone is too fucking good. Why do I say that? This is the reason I say what I say. This is. Oh my god, fucking Christ, man.
PS5 tournament campaign.
Okay, let me just put this so it doesn't fucking go away. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah.
Circle button cancel.
I did like in the story mode that you had those moments where you had to press the button and it made you feel like you were actually doing something, even though there was absolutely no reason for that. There was no need for it to be in the game. Like they could have just like continued the story, you know? What was I gonna say? Like the test your might fucking story mode moments where you have to mash the button. I was gonna say the reason I say that is because Sub-Zero puts an ice clone, and let's say I throw Serena assist. It doesn't even hit. It breaks the ice clone, and he could block it after it. He could put ice clone and then have that projectile invincibility, a cameo, and hide behind that. So in other words, you can't do anything to Sub-Zero once he has that available. In fact, that's the smarter option, because the cameo that gives you projectile invincibility, you can't hit him. So he could spam projectiles behind his ice clone and he won't get hit, and he doesn't have to worry about getting hit. That's a bad game design choice. It really is. There's enough cameos in the game that, like, Frost is an anti-projectile cameo. I don't think it should waste so much meter when you actually use it as an anti-projectile. Like, when it hits the opponent max distance, you know what I'm saying? It should... he's an angry little man. That's why he talks the shit that he does behind closed doors, like a little coward. He's an angry little man. That's why. What was I gonna say? This is the big reasons why I say what I say. You guys think I'm just hating and talking shit, but there's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. You can't get past the ice fucking clone unless with Kenshi you use the forward 2-2, which is risky as fuck, because on reaction he can invincible slide that shit, and for whatever reason it slides you right into the fucking ice clone and he gets a full fucking combo after it. So I don't know why the fuck you guys decided to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not funny, it's not fun, it's not good. Like, I know you guys can easily at WB Games find another fucking developer that knows what the fuck he's doing and can fucking change that and make it better. But what bothers me about your games is that even you agree that it's fucking whack and you abandon the shit. Just like fucking Capcom USA agrees that it's fucking whack, and they go, yo, there's $1 million tournament. Everyone buy the game, because it's the only way you can fucking sell the game, and you know it deep down in your heart that what I'm saying is right. What the Japanese give you is fucking garbage. It's obvious that the Japanese developers don't fucking like you over there, and they're giving you fucking whack fucking games on purpose so that you lose your fan base over here. And the only reason you guys fucking even have people buying the game, besides me, is for tournament money. Like, I genuinely did like Street Fighter. Like, me and the 10 other guys that like the game are fucking heartbroken by the decisions you've made with the game. What you were doing with Street Fighter 5 was fucking excellent. With the exception of the V-trigger bullshit. That V-trigger fucking activation is whack. It all of a sudden makes Laura like a completely different character. She becomes faster, she becomes stronger. You know, it's unnecessary. It was already good without that. You know, you guys are always like wondering, oh, but like who's gonna buy the game if it's the same shit? It's not the same shit. It's gonna have new music. It's gonna have additional music. It's gonna have additional stages. It might have some new characters. It's not the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say what I say. Cancel. Sub-Zero is not fucking whack. Everyone on the internet's talking about Sub-Zero is whack. How the fuck is he whack? He can hide behind his fucking ice clone for 2 hours and fucking spam you with projectiles, especially if he has the projectile invincible fucking cameo that makes him invincible to projectiles. All the projectiles in the game are fucking go right through him. And when he has ice clone out, guess what? You can't go through that, especially if he has the invincible slide. And God forbid he lands it, because you're going to land right on top of the ice clone and he'll get a full fucking combo or a fatal blow after that. And it's going to take half your fucking health after that. So you got to sit there like a little fucking kid, dodging projectiles, hoping that he don't chip you out and fucking win the game like that. It's fucking ridiculous, man. That's terrible game design choice. Like I said, having an anti-projectile like Frost makes a lot of sense. If they're full screen and I do forward cameo with Frost, a cameo, it'll fucking counter any projectile in the fucking game. And I get a full combo. The problem is you don't get enough time, a lot of times with the exception of Kenshi, to get there in time. Unless you have like an invincible fucking reversal that goes full screen like Sub-Zero. So it's like decisions like that ruin the whole experience, because finally I countered him. I try to walk forward. I got to dash forward and then do forward 2-2-2. And hopefully he doesn't block me in time, because it doesn't even give you enough time to even do that a lot of the times. So am I talking shit, or am I saying things that should change in the game to make the experience better? Because like when he's hiding behind the when Sub-Zero's hiding behind the ice clone, and I try to throw a projectile full screen, which is my only fucking option available, he'll do an invincible slide and beat it. My one option available, and it doesn't even work if he uses the projectile invincibility cameo. I don't know which one it is, but there's one cameo in the game that makes him avoid all fucking projectiles automatically. You don't have to block or anything. It'll automatically go through the character. Only projectiles though. So if he does ice clone and he hides behind it and he has that cameo available, he's a fucking god tier. Are you fucking kidding me? He's so fucking god tier. What are you fucking talking about? He's god tier. He's so fucking god tier. He's way better than Scorpion. If you ask me, the developers of Sub-Zero and Scorpion are cheating, because I hear there's a rivalry between the developers of the game where one uses Scorpion and one uses Sub-Zero. And let me tell you something, with the exception of the original arcade games, Scorpion has been worse than Sub-Zero in every fucking game. I don't care what anyone says, bruh. That invincible slide fucking so god tier. Why? Because not only does it beat everything on the ground, it's also a low. So if you try to, let's say you try to move forward to try to hit him with a fucking combo, he could just invincible slide you. And if you don't block low fast enough, it'll beat you. The only thing that can beat that is if you have a really good fatal blow and you fucking activate it when he does it. I've done that to Sub-Zero players where they think that they're shit and they'll do the invincible slide. I'll activate the fatal blow and it'll completely swallow it up. But 99% of the match, you don't fucking have a fatal blow available. And 99% of the characters don't have a fucking good projectile to get there in time anyway. To beat him. Sub-Zero zoning is fucking god tier. It's so fucking unnecessarily good. The fact that he has an unblockable fucking projectile is crazy. It's crazy. And then they give him, I think it's 2 fucking combo strings that are fucking safe on block. After all that, after being fucking god tier, they give him the ability to fucking do combo strings that are safe on fucking block. That's why I fucking say the shit I do. And it's terrible game design choices like that that ruin the experience. If you just remove the ability for him to be safe on block after the final hit of his fucking block string, I'm not talking about he can't stop it at the second hit. Because usually what I understand, except for Kenshi, on the first hit of his forward 4-4, you have to stop, otherwise it's unsafe on block. Which is almost impossible to do online, by the way. That's why I say change it to 3, but you guys never fucking listen to me because you don't give a fuck. And I tell you that time and time again. I specifically have messaged these fucking cocksuckers all day, every day. Every time I get a little thought that goes in my head, oh, we should have the ability to fucking enhance a throw so we get a free combo after it, because it doesn't make sense any other way. Against a really good opponent, sometimes the only thing you fucking have is a fucking throw. And the thing that bothers me is that players neutral jump a throw attempt in Mortal Kombat. In Mortal Kombat, I think it was even in Mortal Kombat 11 as well, and they get a free combo out of it, just like they do in Street Fighter. And if you're gonna design the game the way you're doing, which is whack as fuck in a lot in situations like this, well then you have to make the throw safe on hops. If they neutral jump you, I don't mind that they get the pressure, but they can't get a full combo out of it. If I'm playing good as fuck defense, of course they're gonna fucking try to throw me. It's the fucking legitimate thing to do in this situation. And in Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 11, you get fucking destroyed for it. It's completely unacceptable, poor design choices like that ruin the experience. Adding a few more frames to be able to break out of the grab. I'm like the only player in Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 11 that was actually good enough to escape a fucking throw online. I swear to God, every other player, it was like guaranteed throw. Like, I'm the only one that was breaking off of it. I swear to God. It's insane. It should not be like that. I'm saying legitimate reasons. You know what I'm saying? I think when you hard sweep your opponent, you should get a free combo after it. Leave them standing, or you don't have to leave them standing. After they hit the ground, they should wake up stunned, whether it's in Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or Tekken. In Tekken, the sweep should be safe on block. There's no combo possibilities after it. So you have to make it safe on block. You know how many times I feel bad for my opponent that they go for a crouching sweep with Brian Fury, and then with martial law, I'll do a fucking dragon punch with the 2 button, pop them up into the air, and get a fucking free rage art combo that takes away half their health just because they tried to hit me low, which they fucking should, because I'm stand blocking 99% of the match. So logically, you should fucking do a crouching sweep. And logically, it should be fucking safe on block. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that after a crouching sweep, it should just go right back to neutral again. Push the opponent further away, and then like outside of the sweep range, so like he can't just spam sweep over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I tried, man. Like, I really do give a fuck about the game going in the right direction. Don't think I don't. All these other fucking fans and players, with the exception of the ones that are like me, that clearly say the same shit I'm doing on TikTok and YouTube, those are the ones I subscribe to. The ones that are like, yo, this shit is hot. I'm like, no. Skip this motherfucker's channel. I'm skipping this fucking guy's channel. I'm subscribing right now because he a fucking liar. He a fucking liar, man. All right, man. I'm done, man. I'm done, bro. I'm done. When I hear people like, yo, that shouldn't even be like that. When someone neutral jumps a throw in Street Fighter 6 and gets hit with a full combo, and they're like, yo, it shouldn't even be like that. I'm like, yo, subscribe. I'm like, preach on, brother. So fucking subscribe. Everything you're saying is fucking true. And I'm sorry. If I was on WB Games and I did have power and control over those kind of decisions, bro, I would change shit like that. I don't like that I land a crouching sweep on my opponent plenty of times. You know how many matches I would have fucking won if my crouching sweep hit my opponent and then I get a free combo after it because they wake up stunned? Because think about it. You can't enhance a sweep. You can't. What happens when you land a sweep? You land a sweep, it doesn't do that much damage, and then the game goes back to neutral. No. If I land a fucking sweep, I get a free combo at it after it. Now it makes the game fucking interesting. Is the sweep safe on block? Of course it has to be fucking safe on block. I'm not saying it should be lightning fast and you could do 72 sweeps in a row. I'm saying if they block it, it goes back to neutral. If you land it, you get a free combo. If they throw you, you get a free combo. Or enhance the throw to get a free combo after it. I wish it was without the meter. That way I can save the rest of my meter for landing combos. I'm not a hater, bro. I love Mortal Kombat. Otherwise, I wouldn't be fucking playing the game, streaming the game. I just fucking can't stand losing to players that I know are fucking far beneath me and are fucking just throwing reckless fucking moves out there hoping to get lucky between a player that I know for a fact has actual fucking talent and actually picks me apart and fucking strategizes against my defense. Not a player that watches my streams and goes, oh, after he dashes forward, he goes for a grab. That's not a true talented player. That's a player that watched me play, studied my fucking moves, and then goes, okay, when he does this, I'll do this, and now I can counter him and land a full count. No, I'm talking about the player that fucking strategizes on the spot on some Justin Wong shit, and goes, okay, after this, he takes a step back, and then he tries to hit me with this. Okay, I'm going low again. Oh, after this, he likes the neutral jump. I'm anti-airing there. After this, he likes the backdash. I'm following his backdash with the dry brush, and I'm grabbing him again. Because those are the proper plays in that situation. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure you could chase him with the dry brush or a projectile. Because a Ryu player was catching me with the EX projectile on backdash. I know you could do that. I was doing that way before he ever did that. I wasn't fucking bragging about it because it was the thing to fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Like when Dawson played, like I played Dawson. I started playing Dawson in Street Fighter 6. Everyone was saying the character's fucking whack. He's not fucking whack. He could spend the entire match in the fucking air, and guess what? Unless you're Chun-Li or fucking Kimberly, you can't do anything really about it. You can anti-air him. I mean, you can anti-air him, but guess what? A good Dawson player is going to teleport your anti-air and counter you. So guess what? You don't have an anti-air. Because a Dawson that's playing proper in fucking Street Fighter 6 does not waste his teleport until it's time to waste his fucking teleport. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to end the stream there, man. You know, I don't mind that Sub-Zero slide is as good as it is. Just don't make it a fucking low. Because a lot of times I got to chase Sub-Zero down because he's constantly trying to run away and do the ice clone setup. And once he puts the ice clone, I can't really do nothing. Especially if he has the projectile invincible shit. So what am I left to do? I can't do anything. Okay, so now I got to wait for it to wear off. And in that entire 10 seconds that it lasts, 20 whatever 15 seconds that it lasts, guess what? I can't do anything. I got to take chip damage now. And he's hitting me with nonstop unblockable Sub-Zero ice freeze on the ground. Unblockable. You can't block. If you stand, you're going to get hit. You have to block it low. I don't even know if it's an unblockable. I think it's just a low attack. I'm wrong for saying it's unblockable. Thank God it's not a fucking unblockable. I think Scorpions is unblockable. That's fucking completely unacceptable. His health flame or whatever, that looks like he's bringing up flames and shit from the ground. Don't get me wrong. I love the way the move looks. Not in Mortal Kombat 1. The way you were doing, I think it was in Mortal Kombat 10, wasn't it? The last time it was in the game? Besides Mortal Kombat 1? Alright. And that's another thing. Why is Mortal Kombat 9 not on PlayStation 5? Cancel. Why is Mortal Kombat 9 not downloadable on PlayStation 5? Like, you just completely abandoned the game that we all, like the newest game. So like, even your developers are like, okay, we made our money. We milked it for what we can. We tried to release DLC way too soon. You know, with all the shit talking you heard people saying on the internet, you should have made the DLC free. If you would have made the DLC free, everyone would have shut the fuck up and be like, oh, thanks, bro. Even though the game's whack, thanks. I appreciate the free fucking content. And it's not whack because it's whack. It's whack because some of the shit in the game is just completely broken and overpowered, and they never go back and tweak it. And I'm the only one man enough to fucking say it out loud because everyone else sits there with their fucking mouth shut and pretends that it's all right, and I have a fucking problem with it. I know you're the developers, and obviously you decide how the fucking game is, but let me tell you, son, out of love, I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying. I'm analyzing what's right with the game and what's wrong with the game. As you can see, the stuff that is right, I'm not even talking shit about it. What's right with the game, I'm not even talking shit about. I'm just talking shit about the stuff that's bad about the game. When someone breaks out of your fatal blow in a combo, you should get it back. You waste a meter to escape that. Okay, but he escaped it, but I get it back now, and I get to try again with another attempt. He avoided it, but now I get it back, and now he can't avoid it the next time because he probably won't be able to gain enough meter defensively to break out of it this time, the second time. That makes more sense logically. But him waiting for the fatal blow to hit, to come out and hit my opponent, which is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and then he breaks out of it, and then I lose that opportunity altogether, and I only get that opportunity once per match. And he takes that entirely away from me. I'm pretty sure that's how it is, man. Or at least that's how it used to be. If they changed it, you know, I made a mistake. You know, we all make mistakes, right? But I'll leave it at that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason I say it. Simple as that. Reptile doesn't need an invincible reversal that goes all the way to the opponent, and then sometimes it goes to the other side of the opponent, and then the recovery time is so short that, like, you almost have to strike right away in this game. And if you don't, you lose your fucking opportunity to counter. Like, that's one thing that I do like about Street Fighter is that, well, not all the time, but when your counter is available, it's fucking available. Actually, no. You know what? They all fucked up and they all made mistakes, man. Straight up. Straight up. In Street Fighter 6, all you got to do is add a hard knockdown to Ryu and Ken's fireball and Akuma's fireball on like at close range. Like, let's say, for example, if he does crouching medium kick, EX fireball, and he misses, the recovery time should be the equivalent of me getting knocked down to the ground if I get hit, but I obviously didn't get knocked to the ground because I blocked it, and I can hit him with a hard punch uppercut or a hard punch uppercut super, something more significant than what you get now, which is like literally nothing. Unless he's at point blank range with like a standing medium punch EX fireball, like I think you could only get a counter hit crouching light punch or a standing jab. With the exception of Ken, which for whatever reason, even though I kind of agree with it, in a weird sadistic way, I'm not just saying it because I play Ken. Okay, first of all, I'm a Ryu player. I just switched over to Ken, but obviously, if you play Ryu, you can play Ken more or less. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. I would rather the game make more sense logically. I have to land my attacks. I have to land my combos. I miss my opportunity. I get countered. That's the way a fighting game should always be designed. There are some moves where I understand why it's safe on block. Like when someone tries to do a dive kick on me, I understand it being safe on block. You know what I'm saying? I understand it being safe on block. But I also understand it going back to neutral. But I also understand I'm talking about on block, but I also understand the ability to backdash the dive kick and counter it like I was doing to the Sub-Zero player earlier. Because that's the only counter that you could do to land a full combo against a character that loves to dive kick on you. It's to backdash the dive kick. Obviously, you're only doing this if they're in the air. If you see them going for a jump kick, you're not going to fucking backdash it. I'm talking about when it looks clearly obvious that they're jumping in the air trying to set up that dive kick bullshit. There's certain situations where I feel like I forget what character it is in the game. I think it's the vampire character, When she does a dive kick and I block it, I'm able to counter her. I completely disagree with that. I agree with it going back to neutral, but I don't agree with me countering it after a dive kick because it's so obvious. They're jumping in the air and then they're coming in to dive kick on. That's a lot of frames of animation before it actually does anything. So to actually get hit by that is like very unlikely. So it has to be safe on block. And I understand why the developers make decisions like that. But I also understand, backdashing it. And, I think even if you backdash it, it should still be kind of safe on block. It's really not fair. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of times I just backdash because I know that they're dive kick heavy and I get a free fucking combo out of it. Either the dive kick has to come out faster for that situation to exist that I could combo by backdashing and avoiding it altogether, or it has to be safe when they land, and safe when it's blocked. And obviously, if it's hit, I don't think if it lands, they should get additional combo after it. I'm not saying they can't. I don't mind if they enhance the dive kick and they get additional damage off the dive kick, but no combo extension after it. Just dive kick, stomp, and then maybe he does a few more stomps like M. Bison, like ah ha ha ha, and like 4 times stomps on your chest and shit. I'm cool with that, but I'm not cool with them landing an enhanced dive kick and then suddenly it puts you in a fucking 40% combo, 50% combo that takes half your health. Because obviously a player's gonna try to go for a fucking anti-air in that situation. And that's the reason why I backdash and avoid it altogether and get the free combo. It's like the only thing you can fucking do. And I don't even agree with that. But of course, like if it's in the game, these players are gonna use the cheap shit, obviously. I use a character that without Senso stance, he don't got cheap shit. I don't want to use Frost Assist. You want to know why I don't use Frost Cameo? Because when you play online, it's almost fucking impossible to do it. You know how many times I've landed the Frost Cameo and tried to go activate Senso and fucking all of a sudden my opponent starts cheating and like telling his little brother to load up YouTube podcasts and shit, and all of a sudden my fucking input doesn't come out? And then I missed the golden opportunity to land the biggest fucking combo possibility that I have in the game? That without it, you know what I'm saying? Kenshi, if they made one adjustment to Kenshi, I would make it so that you can deactivate Senso stance without any recovery time. Activating it, yes, there's recovery time. But deactivating it, no. Just that one fucking change alone would make the character go from fucking garbage tier, bottom tier without Senso stance, to actually now being able to fucking be a viable character. You know what I'm saying? And I only say it out of love, man. I'm not just saying it because I use the character. I'm saying it because it's really not fair, because without Senso stance, he is impossible to win with. And if your opponent has really good defense, let me tell you something. It's very hard to crack their defense with Kenshi. Senso stance Kenshi's combo strings are way better. But guess what? You never get to use it. You want to know why? Because you have to land a Frost Cameo or a Sub-Zero Cameo assist and to activate it. Or Cyrax. And guess what? Landing Cyrax fucking Cameo is almost impossible with Kenshi. Frost is doable, but guess what? The best players in the world block that shit every fucking time, and you get full combo. You know what I'm saying? So you can't throw it out as a block string, because the best players in the world know how to block it, and they're going to catch you with a full combo. The only reason I keep getting caught with it online is because it's fucking online. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to end the video there, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to end the video there. I could talk on and on about it, but I completely disagree with WB Games abandoning Mortal Kombat 1 the way they did. I truly do believe that it's the best tag team fighter of all time, with the exception of a handful of characters that fucking ruined the experience. I know a lot of people are like, yo, Kenshi's Senso stance is completely fucking broken. It would not be completely fucking broken if, obviously, the spirit is hard to see on the white background. That's kind of broken on a white background. That's why the spirit should change to entirely black on a white background. Then it wouldn't be that fucking broken. Okay? But I have no control over that. You know, it is broken. When, on the right background, it is fucking broken. Kenshi on the white background, on the black background is still kind of easy to block because everything he does is fucking high. Everything he does is a high. So if they were to make the overhead projectile, the close range overhead projectile, if they were to make the close range overhead projectile with Kenshi safe on block, that would change everything.
Choose your destiny. Part 1.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Let me explain. Let me explain why I say what I say.
Cancel. Left and right button. Navigate.
Okay. If almost every, I'm talking about regular stance Kenshi. If every combo that I do in the game is almost high, back 2-2, you can block standing. You can block block crouching the first hit. The second hit is an overhead. Okay? If the first hit was an overhead, he would be fucking probably unstoppable. Okay? Forward 2-2-2. Unless I do a close range overhead after the final 2-2, which you see coming from a mile away, which I never fucking do because on block it's counter state. That's a high as well. They could block that low as far as I'm concerned. The entire shit. Forward 1-4-1 is unsafe on block except for the forward 1-4. And it's the only low attack he has on his regular stance. 2-1-2, easy as fuck to block. I don't know how I keep hitting opponents with it. It's all high. I don't know why they're so fucking stupid and they keep getting hit by that. It's the easiest fucking string to block that he has. So is forward 2-2-2. Okay? Forward 4-4, that's an overhead as well. And it's unsafe on block after the first hit. So, in other words, they designed the worst fucking character in the game. And without Sento stance, he cannot win. Literally. It's a miracle I've beaten some of the best players in Mortal Kombat without Sento stance. It's a miracle. I would love to see any of you guys that think they're good at fucking fighting games use Kenshi without Sento stance. And see how far you get ranked matches against some of the best players out there. You're going to get fucking annihilated and destroyed. You want to know why? Because the character without Sento stance is fucking complete trash. But the problem with Sento stance is once you're in Sento stance, you can't get out of it. They did add some new shit, but I don't even know how to fucking do it. I don't even know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point, man. You know? I think I'm saying, you know, I can't stand when developers like abandon a game, especially after recently releasing DLC for the game. They literally just recently released DLC for the game. And then they were just like, you know what? We changed our mind. We know you just spent another $50, but we changed our fucking mind and we're not gonna support this game anymore. And that's like kind of heartbreaking to me, man. Because like I still think it's the best tag team fighter of all time. I never thought I'd say that about a Mortal Kombat tag team fighter. When I first played it, I was like, what the fuck is this? This shit is like a PlayStation 2 fighting game. Graphically, it's like a PlayStation 2 fighting game. But then when I actually learned the mechanics of the game and how to avoid, you know, how you could do delayed wake-ups and all that shit, once I started incorporating everything into my game plan, it made perfect fucking sense. It was excellent design choices. With the exception of flawless blocking. Flawless blocking, I would remove that entirely from the game. If it was up to me. I think it's completely unnecessary. I think players should have to be good enough to block what their opponents are doing. And it's not like after a fucking a jump kick, it's not even like I'm guaranteed pressure. I'm only guaranteed pressure, I think, on hit. You know what I mean? Like I'm guaranteed like additional moves after a jump kick only on hit. So like I don't get why you would even you know, I don't know. I'll leave it at that, man. Like I said, I tried to help you guys out. You know, like Ghostface and I don't know if it's Omni-Man or Homelander, the one that like he does a combo, throws you in the air, jumps after you, combos you, brings you to the ground, then throws it out. Like, he does something similar to Ghostface. I don't know if it's Homelander or Omni-Man. There's one that's really good at zoning with laser beams and shit. And I like the voice actor for him, by the way. The one that's really good at comboing. The one that kind of he could fake the invincible reversal that he has and end up behind you, similar to how Raiden does it, and he suddenly ends up behind you, and like, even though I think it is counterable, but you could only counter it with crouching light kick. I don't think you could throw it because his frame advantage is so fucking good on that move that you can't even throw the shit. And if you guys don't know, throws in fighting games are like the fastest moves in the game. Like, for example, if I hit my opponent with a crouching light kick in Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter and I go for a grab right after it, unless they know that grab is coming and neutral jump it, which they should not be able to do, they have to take the grab. The way Street Fighter used to be is if I hit him with a crouching light kick in Third Strike, I'm talking about Third Strike. If I hit him with a crouching, I think it was even in Street Fighter 4. If I hit him with a crouching light kick and they get hit and I try to go in for a grab after that and they try to strike me, I could fucking beat them with an invincible reversal. If they try to neutral jump it, I could, unless they parry it, I could beat them with an invincible reversal or an anti-air, which is very difficult to do in Third Strike, by the way, especially against a really good player that mixes it up very well. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to parry Chun-Li's level 1 super. That's why I told Justin Wong, bro, against dive kick characters like Akuma in Third Strike and Yoon and Yang, you have to use level 1 super. As much as you want to use level 2 because it does more damage, has combo possibilities after it with the super jump cancel on the final hit, which Kimberly also has in Street Fighter 6 after the Rekka attacks. Okay, I understand that, but Chun-Li without meter, without her EX spinning bird kick, which I don't even recommend using against good dive kick players because they're going to dive kick at awkward times or out of range altogether and then hit you with a combo. But they can't really do that when you have a level 1 super. Now they have to stay grounded or parry the whole fucking thing. And as far as I'm concerned, unless they have super, I think they could only dash up and throw you after it. If they're at that parry range where they neutral jump and you do activate a level 1 super and they parry the whole fucking thing, I think you can probably do like a crouching medium kick, spin kick, you know, or crouching medium kick super. I'm not even 100% sure of that situation, but bro, it's not easy to parry that whole fucking thing. Let's be honest here. You know what I mean? And it's easy to cancel their die. All right, I'm done. I could go on and on. I'm just saying the throw should at the very least be tweaked. If they neutral jump you, they can pressure you, but they can't beat you cleanly. I'm cool with that because I could win without that. But there's a lot of players that have to study my game plan and study what I do when I do it, write it down and go, okay, just neutral jump here. And even though it should not be in the game, it is. And that's the only reason they actually have a chance. And I'll leave it at that, man. I'm gonna end it there, man.